Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NATASYA binti ISAHAK. So now I am going to present about the importance of sunscreen. Okay, next slide please. So, most of us protect our cell phones with a case or we wax our car to protect the paint and clear coat. But most people don't wear sunscreen to protect our skin. Let me share with you a little bit of scientific information according to the Skin Cancer Foundation. So next slide please. Okay, the sun sends energy to Earth in a few different ways, which consists of a visible light that you can see, infrared radiation that you can feel as heat, and rays of UV radiation that you can't see or feel. Fortunately, the Earth's atmosphere protects us from the most UV radiations. While we need some exposure to sunlight to help our bodies make vitamin D, too much UV rays is dangerous. There are two types of UV light that have been proven to contribute to the risk for skin cancer. So, next slide. So the first one is ultraviolet A, which also known as UVA rays, that has a longer wavelength and is associated with skin aging. UVA rays penetrate your skin more deeply compared to the UVB rays. Over time, UVA also leads to premature aging and skin cancer. So the next is ultraviolet B, which also known as UVB rays, that has a shorter wavelength and damage the outermost layer of your skin. So overexposure to UVB can cause sunburns and in severe cases blistering. Now you can see the damage of UV exposure is cumulative and will increase your skin cancer risk over time. UV exposure is a powerful attack on the skin, creating damage that can range from premature wrinkles to the dangerous skin cancer. So next slide, I will discuss about the needs. Okay, I know it is about less than a month before this semester ends. You might have a plan for your summer vacation with your family or your friends, and you might also considering going to the beach like the Saru or Pulau Tioman to get tan. Or maybe you want to go to have some fun at the water park or visit the zoo. So let me tell you, getting tan by the UV rays coming from the sun is the reason why the skin cancer exists. Doesn't this scare you? Imagine looking at the mirror and noticing that not only has every feature of your face turned red, but also your chest, arm, shoulder, upper back, legs, and feet are red too. Next slide. Your skin is tender and hot, but touching it brings you to tremendous pain. As you try to stand still in fear of coming into contact with anything surrounding you, you have sudden urge to stretch every inch of your body, while knowing that stretching or even moving at this point will cause you to scream out of pain, and you will feel all over your body. Of course, you already have a fever, but now you have the chill. But what is the illness could you possibly experiencing? According to the Mayo Clinic website, these are all the symptoms of severe sunburn. Next slide. We have two types of skin damage, which is the short-term skin damage and the long-term skin damage. So the short-term, you can receive a sunburn in less than 15 minutes. This form of radiation burn comes and overexposure to UV rays. The skin reddening is often accompanied by pain and blistering, and if severe enough, second-degree burns. First-degree burn is common type of sunburn and can heal within 3 to 6 days. For the second-degree burn, you will feel a lot of pain if the temperature changes or if you touch your skin. This type of sunburn will heal in 7 to 21 days, and the color of the original skin may be lighter or darker, and you might develop a scar with this type of burn. So next slide is the long-term skin damage. So even if you don't burn often, extended exposure to UV rays over a lifetime accelerates the aging of your skin, which also known as premature aging. You may start to see more wrinkles, dryness, sagging, and a dark, glittery look on your face. Next is the cataracts. The cataracts are the clouding of the lens in the eye that can affect our vision. The next one, next slide is, so today I would like to talk to you about the sunscreen. This is the sunscreen in hopes that by the end of my speech, you will not take it for granted. Although it was my love for the human body that led me to research this subject, it should be relevant and important to all of us because something as small as sunscreen can save us an enormous amount of pain. By the end of this speech, I hope to leave you feeling obligated to wear sunscreen. Let me tell you the importance of the sunscreen. So, sunscreen play an important role in blocking UV rays from being absorbed by the skin. One of them is using sunscreen using sunscreen on your face can keep your complexion even. Sun damage is one of the many causes on uneven skin tones, and daily sunscreen helps to prevent those effects. Like I've been mentioned before, one of the most obvious and the sun broad spectrum of harmful UV rays. Sunscreen actually minimizes the penetration of UV rays into the skin and the triggering of the variety of skin disorder. So, using sunscreen can help protect against the harmful effects of premature aging or skin aging. So last but not least, hopefully by now you have heard how important sunscreen is for the overall health and appearance of your skin. Wearing sunscreen every day is a crucial part of your sunscreen routine, and without it, you are exposing the sensitive skin on your face and unnecessary damage from sun exposure. Last but not least, there is a quote from Michael Fries who said skin is healthier overall when you use sunscreen. Essential protein in the skin, like keratin, are protected when sunscreen is applied. So guys, please use sunscreen in a proper way. Keep yourself in beauty and save your life. I hope you take my address seriously and move into your habit of doing this so that your skin become healthier. Applying sunscreen daily may seem like an unnecessary step to add to your skincare regimen, especially if you are just going back to your office and home back again, but it is crucial to maintaining the health of your skin. So I think that's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Tasmin, SHAFIQAH, slide SHAFIQAH.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SITI Nurul SHAFIQAH binti ZAINAL ABIDIN, and my topic for today is banning fast food in school. So, next slide, please. Okay, why fast food should be banned at school? It is because having a fast food in our daily life can influence the student health. Greasy fast food may not be healthy, but I am not denying that it is extremely tasty. Even though people are realized that food is not a healthy option, but that does not deter them from consuming a variety of greasy fast food. Even worse, it is influenced with that habit where it is given to children at school. In some part of the world, some parents actually pack the fast food in their for their children lunch in their fast food in their children lunch box to have as a meal or snack at school. So it will be more crucial when the school canteen itself have made the fast food as the main menu at school for the student meal. I have to admit that fast food is have become an unavoidable part of our life. But should there really be the only one option for the school kids? So next slide. Okay, in terms of the needs or problems, why we should ban the fast food in school? It is because fast food are usually contained with the highest level of salt, fat, calorie, and also sugar, and also offer the limited nutritional value. Consumption of the unhealthy food on a regular basis can lead the students to have the obesity. The amount of the fats and sugar in the fast food are very high. Children are at a risk of gaining weight and becoming the obese if they consume the fast food with the high sugar, carbs, and salts. Fast food is often do not included the dietary fibers and other vital nutrients that play a pivotal role in maintaining a healthy body. As a result, consuming fast food can result in weight gain at a rapid pace and increase the high risk of chronic illness such as heart disease, and diabetes. Additionally, obese children that consume large amount of fast food regularly are at high risk of suffering a heart attack and in early adult. And then subsequently, children get the habituate to unhealthy eating. When children get the habituate to eating the fast food, it becomes extremely difficult for them to get accustomed to eating the healthy food. Children who eat the fast food every day would find it difficult to enjoy a healthy meal that consists of lean meats, salads, leafy greens, and also the other vegetables. Fast food has a synthetic taste that is very addictive. Children who eat fast food regularly get habituated to a certain types of the amount of flavor and find it very difficult to adjust to balance the meals with the nutritional value. Food such as burgers, fries, salted snack, fried food, and also pizza can get the children to addicted to a certain taste. Children that are eating these foods every day get habituated to a cycle of unhealthy food habits. Most of 7 out of the 10 children that carry their unhealthy fast food habits into their childhood. Additionally, fast food is a risk of damage of the heart and liver. Children who are carry their fast food habit into adulthood are at the highest level or highest risk of liver damage and get the heart attack. Fast food exceedingly high levels of sodium and fat that contribute towards raise the cholesterol levels and build up of the arterial plaque. This then can bring out that drastic changes in the particular level and increase the risk of the suffering a stroke. Fast food also a source of trans fatty acid to that lead to fat deposit in their liver and pose a set of very liver problem. So next slide. And then for the satisfaction or the solution for the problem, which is in terms of the satisfaction, which is for the first one is parents should play their own role in terms of avoid prepare all the types of fast food for the children as a meal for the children at school. This is because it can be one of the biggest factor that encourage the student to have the habits of having fast food in their life. And the second one is in terms of the school canteen that one of the biggest factors for students to have unhealthy eating habits. School canteen need to play their roles in terms of the menu that they are prepared for the student. School canteen should avoid by selling the fast food towards the students, such as sausage, fries, nugget, and others. But it can be exchanged to the healthy food. For example, apart from selling the fast food like sausage, nugget, and like sausage and nugget, the school canteen can exchange the menu with the nasi lemak, because nasi lemak is, as we know, nasi lemak is one of the complete meal that have protein, vitamin, and also carbs. So and the last one is in terms of the parents, which is in terms of the school authorities, such as school authorities itself that need to play their role, which is school authorities can make a program that invite one of the professional to give a talk to the student in terms of the importance of having a healthy food in their life to avoid having the chronic disease. So next slide. Okay, for visualization and action. For the first one is when we ban the fast food in school, it can control the student weight. It is because eliminating fast food can significantly reduce the total number of the calories that we consume in a day, which is can avoid to have the obesity problem. And the second one is it can encourage the student to have a healthy food intake. It is because by eliminating fast food, there is more room for the nutrient-dense food, which is by replacing the fast food with the fruits, vegetable, whole grains, and lean protein that will supply the essential nutrients such as fiber, protein, calcium, and also vitamin. And the last one is reduce health risk, which is diet are high in saturated and trans fat from the food like French fries, cheeseburger, or the processed food that can increase the high risk of the heart disease, high cholesterol, and diabetes. Having too much sodium will increase the risk of the kidney disease and high blood pressure. So cutting on such that foods item can reduce the risk of chronic health conditions. And in a nutshell, based on all the effect that I have mentioned before, all of the parties need to play their roles to make sure that all the students can be cured and they have a healthy lifestyle in their daily life. So next slide. Okay, so I think that's all from me. Thank you. Then I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. First, I am going to introduce myself. My name is FARAH MAHIRAH binti MOHD. As shown in the slide, today I am going to talk about lowering college tuition. We often engage with this topic because we are college students. We are currently pursuing in degree. Next slide. Okay. Over the past decades, there are students that is suffering with high amount of loans. As shown in the chart, I found in a journal from the internet, student loans is one of the largest types of consumer debt in the US, aside with auto loans, credit card loans, and home equity loans. Imagine after minimum 3 years of study to achieve a certificate, but still up to their ears in debt before having a stable career. There is also an issue brought up in social media when people start to compare between those who decided to continue their study and those who decided to settle down with work, because they said that they can earn and save money without spending years of study. However, in my opinion, education is one of the most important things we have as a human being. Without it, human development will be limited, so that's why we need to lower the college tuition. Next slide, please. The first need we can fulfill is by lowering college tuition is to increase the number of graduates. There is a lot of people that is unemployed because a lot of job scope needs certain certificate. For example, if you want to work as an accountant, there are classes and exams you need to take for certifications such as Chartered Certified Accountant, ACCA designation. All of this will require money. Secondly, to decrease debt. There is a lot of company that offers loans to students because the college fee is quite high. As proven from the previous chart, student loans ranked among the highest. In fact, students need to pay their debt more than they borrowed in the time given by their moneylender. Thirdly, people can freely pursue their study according to their interests. Hence, each fee for any course offered in a university is not the same. There are different various public universities and colleges in each state, and the cost of attendance at each of these institutions of higher learning might differ. It is impossible to provide a widely valid explanation for tuition rates due to the problems presented by the wide range of tuition prices. Next slide. Okay. By offering low academic fees, there will be more people that can continue their study. For your information, UiTM is one of the universities that offer a lower college price compared to other universities. Here in the slide, I showed you the comparison of academic fees between two universities. The first one is UiTM. The second one will be UPSI Perak. We start first with UiTM. Please direct your eyes to the diploma column. So, as you can see, the diploma tuition for UiTM is less than 1,000 ringgit Malaysia per sem. But, next slide. Okay, for UPSI, the diploma tuition costs more than 1,000 ringgit Malaysia per sem. And these are all the courses they have based on the latest chart made in 2020. As demonstrated, there is only 12 courses of diploma offered by UPSI. On the other hand, UiTM has numerous courses to offer in different faculties. People have certainly been aiming to get into UiTM because the tuition is lower than at other institutions. Plus, UiTM is one of Malaysia's largest college because it serves the entire country. Next slide. Okay, with or without education. So, by lowering the college tuition, it will help to raise the standard of humans' life in this world. This initiative will help students and their family. Minimizing the financial burden on households need to be solved to ensure that all motivated students can feel secure about receiving education, irrespective of the financial situations of their families. Based on a study made in Japan, an article about the effect of high school tuition law on upper secondary choice in Japan. The study stated under the education system in Japan, there is an improvement in the high school enrollment rate for poorer households, as they spend for their non-tuition education apart from other goods. All the problems here direct to money. Education is indeed expensive, as other things need to be considered before planning to pursue study. Expenses at universities such as food and drinks to survive from day to day, book as site reference for classes, and paying room rent. When people could not afford their education, when people could not afford to take their education seriously, it will be difficult for them to achieve something in their life. Next slide, please. So, in conclusion, apparently, lesser college fee gives out a lot of opportunity for people, especially talented people that could not afford it. There should be no limitation in education. Everyone, from any family background or socioeconomic status, should be treated the same. People should be given equal chance to continue their study. Everyone has dreams, and dreams are meant to be fulfilled. Lowering college tuition will give space for people to chase their dream. Let's imagine, by reducing the teaching fee, there will be more people that are able to pursue their study. These people will be determined to finish their study with good results and have a great life ahead. This solution is not just associated with reducing poverty, but will help people look out for good job opportunities that leads to economic growth. In addition, educated people would not be underestimated in their life. Therefore, education helps us to understand and know better about the world we are living in. I hope from this speech, people will realize that education is important, but there are constraints in getting to it. I call out each and everyone, especially those who were related close to the education system, will straighten out this issue so that more institutions will be aware and work out this problem. Next slide. So that is all from me. Thank you for listening, everyone, and I wish you have a nice day ahead.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to do persuasive speech for my title, which is the important warm-up before exercise. Next slide. Okay, my name is SYAHIRAH binti MAZLAN. I am from ED 2461A from Faculty of Education, Bachelor in Education, Physical and Health Education. My number matric is 2022196199. First of all, good morning and hello to everyone. Before wasting our time, let's continue to another slide. Okay, the important warm-up before exercise. First of all, we go to what is warm-up. Warm-up is a right before you plan to start your workout. In general, warm-up by focusing first on large muscle groups such as your hamstring, your bicep, and others muscle group. Then you can do exercise more specific to your sport or activity if necessary. Next. So, let's move to need in my title. The important warm-up before exercise is really must be aware. It is because when people do exercise, they want to make their health getting better. So, it can prevent them from being unhealthy in exercise. Second, can reduce your risk of injury. Warming up will improve muscle elasticity and allow for efficient cooling, meaning less chance of accidentally hurting yourself or overheating during your workout and ruining your day. Third, they can help you mentally prepare. It is can see during consider what you are about to perform while you are warming up to ensure that your body and mind are prepared for success. Next slide. Okay, next slide. We continue to part of the satisfaction. So, to make satisfaction with this problem, you must do a warm-up before you go to do an exercise, such as you can do dynamic warming up or static stretching. And other than that, you also can do like Zumba, senam aerobik, Pilates, and other simply warming up. After you do warming up, you also must make sure your body is ready to do an exercise that will increase their physical and mental. At least do 10 minutes of warm-up before starting an exercise. It is crucial to warm up before exercising to prevent damage. It is never enjoyable to sustain an injury, thus you want to keep away from it. Additionally, warming up before a workout will be more advantageous for you. Changes for increased strength and or more calories burned were the reason for the greater advantage. Next slide. Next, we go to part visualization. Visualization is also we can know as a benefit. In my title, warm up before exercise, we can know there are many advantages and benefits in this title. Apart from that, first, increase your flexibility. If you are done warming up before doing an exercise, you will be more flexible and also can make you become easier to move and exercise correctly. Second, increase your blood flow and oxygen. It is can prove from when you are having more blood flow that will help your muscle get the nourishment they need before launching into more intense of work. Third, improve performance. This part also tells about during you are warming up, you can show that warming up can make your muscle help you work out more effectively a couple of times. Fourth, next slide. Okay, fourth, better range of motion. It is also can help you move your it is because if you have a greater range of motion, it is also can help you move your joints more fully in good ways. Lastly, less muscle tension and pain. These last benefits are telling us about when our muscles are warm and relaxed during warming up. It will help us move more easily and with less pain or stiffness. So it will make us less pain after the exercise because we already do warming up session to recover all the pain and stiffness. From this visualization, we can see that warming up is really important before you want to do an exercise. There are many benefits that I tell to you just now if you follow to do warming up before exercise. There is also really helps people to enhance their body to become better if they do warming up. Last. Okay, lastly, we continue to my last point, which is part action. In my title, which is warming up before exercise, you can see in my statement is relatable and helpful to people who do not know what is benefits of warming up are. In the warming up, in the warming up, you may have two examples of warming up that you can do. For example, static stretching and also dynamic warming up. Static stretches, those which you stand, sit or lie still and hold a single position for a period up to about 45 seconds. Meanwhile, dynamic warming up are control movement that prepare your muscle, ligaments and other soft tissue for performance and safety. Both of these have different purpose and should be used at different times in your workout. So this type of warming up really shows us that warming up is exciting and enjoyable and also can help you at the same time before you start to do an exercise. You must do this warming up because it helps you in your life and you will also learn and know more that is warming up important before you start to do an exercise. I hope you can consider and follow me to do a warm up before starting an exercise to make your body a better life and also I hope you guys also think and feel that warming up is really important in daily life. The conclusion, this next slide. The conclusion, this persuasive speech really teach a good thing to students to enhance their confidence. Warm-up also really important to everyone who wants to start an exercise or game. This title really teach us a good lesson in this speech. So I think that's all from my speech. Thank you for lending your ears. I end my speech with some quotes for warming up, which are more stretching and less stress. Another quotes that help people to easily remember to do warming up is once you find a warming up routine that works, repeat it as habitually as possible. So I think that's all. That's all, everyone. I will pass this presentation to another presenter. So thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Hello. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to my dearest audience. How are you today, everyone? I hope you are in pain of health. So here I want to talk about the power of physical fitness. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tuan AKMA, BINTI Tuan MOHAMAD NAZRI. Next slide. Okay. Physical fitness includes the performance of the heart and lungs as well as the body's muscle. And because what we do with our bodies affects what we can do with our minds. Fitness influence attributes like mental attentiveness and emotional stability to some extent. Next slide. I want to talk about problem or need the power of physical fitness. What problem does always occur? I will tell you guys 3 that I have found at nowadays about physical fitness. First is lack of time. Second, lack of energy. And last, lack of skill. Next slide. So the certifications about all this is first for lack of time is identify available time slots. Monitor your daily activities for 1 week and identify at least 30 minutes time slots you could use for physical fitness. And then select activities such as jogging, walking, or stair climbing that you can do based on the time that you have available. Second, schedule physical fitness for time is the day or week when you feel energetic and convince yourself that if you give it a chance, physical fitness will increase your energy level. Last but not least is lack of skill. The certifications for this is select activities that require minimal facilities or equipment such as jogging, jumping rope, walking, or you can take a class to develop new skills. Next slide. Okay, the next slide is benefits and visit customer. Okay, first is some benefits of physical activities on brain health happens right after a season of moderate to vigorous physical activity. Benefits include improved thinking or cognitions for children 6 to 13 years of age and reduce short-term feelings of anxiety for adults. Regular physical activity can help you keep thinking, learning, and judgment skill sharp as your age. It can also reduce your risk of depression, anxiety, and help you sleep better. Second, weight management. Both eating patterns and physical fitness routine play a critical role in weight management. You gain weight when you consume more calories through eating and drinking than the amount of calories you burn, including those burned during physical fitness. People vary greatly in how much physical activity they need for weight management. You may need to be more active than others to reach or maintain a healthy weight. Third is reduce your heart risk like cardiovascular disease. Getting at least 150 minutes a week of moderate physical fitness can put you at a lower risk for this disease. You can reduce your risk even further with more physical fitness. Regular physical fitness can also lower your blood pressure and improve your cholesterol level. Number 4 is strengthen your bones and muscle. As you age, it is important to protect your bones, muscle, and joints. They support your body and help you move. Keeping bones, joint, and muscle healthy can help ensure that you are able to do your daily activities and physically active. Muscle strengthening activity like lifting weights can help you increase or maintain your muscle mass and strength. This is important for other adults who experience reduced number of repetition you do as part of muscle strengthening activities will give you even more benefits no matter your age. So I think being a fit and exercising as an infinite amount of benefits to your health. It will help you live longer. It will help you enjoy the happiness and the sadness in life. It will keep your body strong and give a good impression of your sense of self-worth to those around you. Next slide. I would like to finish with these powerful quotes from John F. Kennedy said, "Physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity." And that brings us to the end. I would like to thank you for your time and attention today. Thank you. I will pass to last presenter, which is Ms. Thaqifah.
Okay, thank you for AKMA. Can I start now? Hi, my name is Nurul from ROHAIZI with student ID 2022147057 and I'm from ED 2461A. Greeting to all of you and I hope you are in pink. So, as you guys can see, today I would like to talk about Stop TikTok for Kids. Next. How many of you always letting kids playing TikTok every day, every time, and everywhere without supervision? Did you know that exposing children to TikTok can expose children to negative action such as sexual content? Letting kids play TikTok unsupervised means you are missing out on something really important. Make sure you know and realize how dangerous TikTok is for kids. So, I am talking to you about the dangers of letting children play TikTok and how to prevent this problem, and force parents to prevent children from doing this habit. I'm sure everyone has a smartphone, right? I also have it because smartphones are necessary from us to make calls, send messages, search for information and others. But should we give phones to children without supervision and just let them always watching TikTok? This is because I also had my own experience when I met a child in the range of 7 years old like that. He is already known to make the negative action, such as on that day, he is raising the middle finger to others, to his little brother. After doing some research on this topic, it made me realize that we take this problem for granted. People might say, it's just a small thing, and just letting kids play TikTok can make them can keep them from disturbing with parents' daily activities. No tech is worth if kids are already learning negative things. Next slide. Letting children play TikTok is normal, but it is widely considered dangerous because it has the potential to cause children to be easily influenced by negative action. This proves how dangerous it is to let children play TikTok because it can ruin the future of the children if not be curbed. The habit of playing TikTok can be the cause of a child behavior change because in the TikTok application, there are various types of bad content and some that good content. So, children who indulge in the TikTok application will increase the rate of sexual harassment and violent acts because children may be exposed to sexual or violent content that is sent to the For You page and can be seen by all Malaysians. Overt sexual acts up to dangerous physical action are among the type of content found in this TikTok application that children may want to try because for them, what is done is not wrong and there is a tendency they want to try it. One of the causes that can cause sexual harassment and bullying is related to TikTok. Parents should always supervise the activities of their children so that no negative things will happen. Next. As we know, all the problems have their solution, which is how to prevent this problem from happening. There are many things we can do to overcome the harmful habit of today's generation. The first is that parents need to control their children's TikTok application activities. It is impossible to control children's TikTok. So, it is clear that you must control the activities of the TikTok application for children to ensure that children do not watch negative videos updated by irresponsible individuals. There are individuals who love children or called as pedophile using this opportunity to influence the mind of children. With the message section in this application, it can make pedophile individuals contact children directly. In addition, parents should always educate children that the TikTok application does not bring any benefits to their daily life. It can even waste a lot of time and so on. By watching TikTok, children can become complacent and delay other work such as delaying prayers, not completing schoolwork and so on. If not curbed, can cause the children to continue with their attitude and then be carried away until they being an adult. The current generation needs to be well educated so that they can lead the country in the future. Finally, parents need to spend with their children by doing activities together such as coloring, drawing and so on so that the children's brain continue to connect. If children continue to play TikTok, it can cause brain cells not to connect because there is no time to think and cannot strengthen memories. Parents must play an important role in educating their children because parents play a very important role in shaping their children's life. So next slide. So what is the benefit if we stop TikTok for kids? The first one is it can reduce the rate of sexual harassment and bullying. In TikTok, there are various types of content produced by Malaysian people. Some are good and some can damage morals. So, there are some children who will follow the negative action done by the responsible individual. Children will be victim and also abuser of sexual harassment and bullying. For example, such as sexual harassment, I have experience about this. I have seen children between the age of 9 to 10 years old comment on the content of a woman in her 20s. In the video, there is a woman who made a TikTok dance but wear clothes that are quite large from her body. However, there was a child who comment flat, which means the shape of the woman's bodies. The children has had sexually harassment to the woman. This can make the child carry his behavior to adulthood. The nature of bullying can be influenced by violent videos shared by irresponsible people. This can happen because the children has a high desire to try. So it is very important for parents to supervise their children while playing TikTok. Other than that, can reduce addiction for children. As we know, children are easily addicted to something that interests them. TikTok is an application that provides many interesting things. Some may contain games, dancing, jokes, and so on. With this, children can be distracted playing TikTok, so they will forget things that needs to be done, such as praying, doing schoolwork, and so on. Parents must educate children from an early age so that they are not easily complacent with bad things, because this can damage the child. TikTok can also make children lazy to study because they are too busy to watch TikTok. So, as a parent, we must know what should do to protect to protect them to be a victim and also the abuser. Other than that, lastly, it can keep their privacy. Preventing kids from using TikTok can save their data privacy. This is because companies like TikTok show ads to their using since they are paid by the advertisers. However, users' data were needed in order to ensure the ads will be reached by ideal audience. TikTok gathers country location, what type of phone you use, and internet address. With user permission, TikTok can track the exact location and phone contact. Parents should be mindful and know how data in TikTok was managed and how was it used. Uh, Next. So for the conclusion, we discussed how dangerous it is to let children play TikTok unsupervised, and we must avoid this problem and what will happen if we ignore this problem. Parents feel like nothing bad will happen to their children if they indulge too much with TikTok, and they are confident that they can overcome the possibility so that their children do not get caught up in negative action. But please don't let this become a habit for Malaysian, because today's generation will raise the country in the future. So let's stop TikTok for kids. Next. Okay, that's all for my explanation, and thank you for lending your ear to hear my explanation from the start to the last sentence.